Hi, and welcome to the Daily Windups afternoon update. Here we have the current activity chart, and it looks like most of the activity is off the coast of Texas in association with a weak front that's washed out, and the whatever's left of Invest 95L. Florida is getting a little bit of rain. No widespread areas today of severe weather, so let's go right straight to the tropics. And here's the wide view visible imagery. And in the center here you can see Tropical Storm Isaac. To the right we have Invest 96L. And over here to the left around Brownsville in Mexico, we have the remains of 95L, I believe it is. Just a rainmaker there. Now here's the latest loop of Tropical Storm Isaac. Now the center relocated a bit further north a couple hours ago. And since that time, convection has really been firing off. And it has all the appearances of a strengthening storm. It's not as organized as you would want, but it's getting there. So just be patient. It will eventually get there. Puerto Rico, you have hurricane watch and tropical storm warnings, as well as the Lesser Antilles, the same. And here we have the consensus models, spaghetti plots here. And if you notice, the main bulk of the consensus has shifted a little to the left. More over toward the western edge of Florida and into the extreme eastern Gulf. Now the 12Z European hasn't come out yet, but this morning it basically took the system right into Houston, and it's a very important outlier because it is the ECMWF, and as I'll show you here in a minute, most of the models, including the GFS, show a weakness in the system right above Florida and into the Carolinas, which will allow the system to move north. The ECMWF is not seeing this, and in fact keeps it weak through the islands, and then bombs it out into a Category 2 or 3 storm in the mid Gulf. So this is something we need to watch. It probably is a little too far west. Hopefully a G4 flight will clarify things for us. This is another view of Tropical Storm Isaac. This you can see the wind barbs. It's about 20 knots all around. Good surface circulation. As you can see, these little pockets of convection are bursting. It's helping to organize the system quicker, and pressures are probably lowering, and with that, the winds are probably increasing. Now here we have the intensity models, and most of them want to bring the system to a Category 2 or even Category 3 storm by 5 or 6 days. It seems likely right now, but the intensity models are notoriously bad at predicting the intensity of a storm. One thing to note is the HWFI here shows a very, very weak system. And on the consensus spaghetti models of tracks, the HWFI is also taking more of a southerly track into the Gulf of Mexico. So this is something to watch. Here we have the 12Z exclusive size estimate. Now this was initialized a little higher than the official intensity, but I'm confident that these numbers will verify. The storm, from all appearances, will get to this intensity by hour 48 and bring it to a hurricane. Now here is the GFS 72 hours out for the 25th. And as you can see, this massive high in the Atlantic and the East Coast and clear into Texas, and over North Dakota and above into Canada, you can see the trough that's starting to dig in. That is going to help steer Tropical Storm Isaac into or very near Florida. One note is if this trough moves out quicker or is not as strong as the GFS and a lot of the other models are predicting, the ECMWF model or European model becomes much more likely. It's still the outlier, but this is something we have to watch. And finally, this is the ECMWF for the 28th, 144 hours out. And this brings it looks like a tropical storm, maybe minimal hurricane, into the Jacksonville, Florida region. This is by about 75 or 100 miles further westward than this morning's run. So overall, the models are trending a little bit more westward, but by and far not by very much. The ECMWF is by far the furthest westward and a very big outlier. So it's something to monitor. We'll keep our eyes on it. Thanks for watching. For the Daily Windup, I'm Donald Flowers.